But as a result of this investigation thus far, the FBI today arrested Jeffrey B. Levendaris, age 54, of Coventry Township. He was arrested minutes ago on a warrant signed by a federal judge. It is a complaint filed in the United States District Court charging Mr. Levendaris with one count of unlawful possession of a biological agent. Mr. Levendaris will be transported to a U.S. District Court where he will have his initial appearance. At this point, we will still continue this investigation. We will try to give you updates of the results of our search today. We certainly want to keep the public's safety in mind in regards to making sure we have no additional hazardous materials or biological agents in that house. So right now I'll answer any questions that you have.
How was Mr. Levendaris known to you previously?
Well, I can't get into too much about how we identified Mr. Levendaris at this point. Since it's an ongoing investigation, certainly he has to appear in court, but certainly at a later point we'll discuss how Mr. Levendaris...
does he have connection to the house?
He does have connections to the house, yes.
Has he lived there, or does he currently live there?
He had lived in that house prior, yes.
Can you describe why this is a crime?
Well, it's a crime because it's a federal offense to possess a dangerous biological agent. Certainly ricin is considered a very deadly toxin, and therefore if you have no reason to possess something like that, it becomes a federal crime.
What was the quantity he possessed?
Well, I can't get into the quantity, just that the tests were positive for ricin.
Can you spell his last name?
Yes, it is Levenderis. Jeffrey is his first name, middle initial B, and he is 54 years old, from Coventry Township.
Is he previously known to the FBI? Does he have any kind of arrest record?
No, and I'm not going to get into his background, but certainly, at this point in time, we do not have any reason to believe that this has anything to do with terrorism.
When he lived in that house, was he the most recent person living in the house before the current people?
Well, we know that he lived in the house prior to the individual that is now living there.
Can you tell us anything about his background, his job, or anything like that?
I cannot.
If it wasn't terrorism, do you know a potential target that you had?
No, and those are all questions that we need to answer. Certainly we want to further this investigation and certainly find out, certainly the reasons why that substance was in that house, certainly, when it was manufactured, how it was manufactured, because, simply put, there's no reason to have such a dangerous toxin in your residence.
Is there anybody, was the new tenant in that house living yet, or is there a lot of furniture, or what state is the house in?
Yeah, as far as I know, Dick, that the house is fairly empty, that a lot of the property has been removed from the prior tenant, and that there's an individual that is attempting to move into that residence.
And can you say, was that the person who found the stuff in the fridge?
Well, I can't. I'm not going to talk about any of the investigative details that how we arrived at charging Mr. Levendaris.